Sorry I'm late. I had trouble getting my camera to work, so I had to go to a different browser to get that to work. You know, there's always technical difficulties with this software stuff, right? So I'm going to give people a minute to get logged into the system here, and I'm going to get prepared to do the webinar. So let me bring up my slide set. All right, got the slide set up, and everything looks good to go. Let me just check all the settings here. So you should be able to ask questions over there on the right-hand side or on the bottom, whichever it is for you, depending on the platform that you're using to watch this. And then on the replay, if you watch the replay, then I'll get an email with your question. Now, I don't get your contact information when you ask a question on the replay. So if you'd like me to reply to you, make sure you give me your email address or your telephone number so I can get back to you. I noticed that on one of the previous webinars that I didn't get your contact info, which was kind of silly. I could find it somehow probably, but it wasn't right there for me to reply. So make sure you give me your email in the question that you ask if you watch on the replay. All right, so let me jump right into the presentation here and we'll get started. So first of all, I'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining me and taking time out of your valuable day, because if you're anything like me, you're super busy. I'm running from one thing to the next thing. So I thank you for joining me here on this webinar or giving me the time to watch it on the replay. And I want to congratulate you and acknowledge you for watching this, because it means that you want to improve yourself. You know, if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, no matter who you are, the fact that you're here trying to learn how to better yourself, only about 5% of the population, and that's probably a generous 5%, will do anything on a daily basis to improve themselves. Most people don't care about improving themselves. I am on a constant improvement process myself. I'm like a self-improvement junkie. As you can see, I got a ton of books behind me there on my bookshelf. No, I haven't read them all. That's my goal one day is to read them all. And then I've got a bunch more in my garage. You know, Goodwill is a great place to go look for books if you're into books, because they sell them for like 50 cents to $1, and they're great books and people just get rid of them, and half of them never been read before. You can tell by looking at them. So that's a great little tip for you. All right. So today on this webinar, I've got two outcomes for you. One is to learn how to sell anything you want online, whether it's photography, like me, I'm a photographer, or whether it's a coaching service, or if it's you know, umbrellas, like whatever you want to sell online, you can sell it online. People are selling stuff online every single day, and people are becoming millionaires online. I just made a post the other day on my WayneWallace.com Facebook page, and I talked about, I believe his name is Roger Bannister. He's the guy that broke the 4-minute mile. Well, before him, nobody broke the 4-minute mile. They thought it was impossible. The body could not handle that kind of, you know, pressure or, you know, speed or whatever. Well, after he did it, like, people are breaking it every day. So the same thing with being a millionaire. A lot of people think, oh, I can't be a millionaire. Yeah, you can. There's lots of people out there becoming millionaires every day. And that's my goal. I'm not there yet. I'm far from it. But that's my goal, is to become a millionaire and then a multimillionaire. And I want that for you too. And one of the ways to do it is to learn how to sell things online. It doesn't matter what it is. So I'm going to help you do that today. The other thing that I want to do is make you an offer, extend you an offer to work with me. So I'll do that in the webinar as well. All right. So here's a question for you. Do you have a business plan? And I'm going to go ahead and put up a poll, and you can answer that poll. So yes or no, do you have a business plan? And on the right-hand side or the bottom side, wherever the poll shows up for you, you can click on the answer yes or no, and you can give me the results of that poll. All right? Or just answer it in your mind, whatever you want. But here's the thing. Most people do not have a business plan. They have no plan about what they want to do with their business or how they're going to succeed with their business. And most businesses, you know, the government will give you 3 years to turn a profit, right? And then after that, they're like, yeah, you need to start paying us because if you're a business, you should be making a profit in 3 years. So they allow you to take a, you know, zero income for 3 years. So speak to your tax accountant about that. So here's the thing. You need to have a plan for your business, and you need to have a plan for selling things online. And if you don't, then it's never going to work. So one of the things that you need to do is you need to speak the language that your audience is going to receive the best. And what do I mean by that? It's the 4 colors. You've got the red, the green, the blue, and the yellows. So I'm going to go over those 4 color personalities and share with you some information about them, just in case you've never heard this before. It's a very common thing in sales, and you may have heard it before if you're in sales. So let me start with the yellow. The yellows are the feel-good people. They truly care about people. They're huggy kind of people. They care about the environment and you know, social causes and stuff like that. Those are yellow people. So if you're going to sell to yellow people, then you need to speak in their language, either in your webinars or in your sales copy, or whatever it is, in person. If you're talking with them, you need to speak their language. Okay. The blues are people that live for fun, and you know, they're always living in the moment, and they're always happy and adventurous type people. So those are the people that, you know, if you're saying, hey, we're going to have, you know, fun excursions, and we're going to go here and we're going to ride the zip line, or we're going to go climb a mountain, you know, those are the people that are probably going to get excited about that. Not me. I'm kind of adventurous, but you know, I'm not a heavy blue, you know, and you may be a mixture of certain colors. So try and identify what colors you are when you're watching this. And then the reds are like business, money. You know, I want to make all the money I can. They're very competitive. They want to win at everything. Okay, that's kind of me. I'm kind of a red. All right, I'm like a red and a blue, I think. Maybe purple. Okay. And then you've got the greens. And the greens are people that are motivated by facts, and they like the data and the numbers, and they want to see all the statistics. And that's definitely not me. I am not a green. Like, I like to just see the high level numbers, you know, but I don't like to get into all the, you know, detailed analytics and stuff like that. Just give me the gist. Is it working or not? But the green people, they love spreadsheets. Accountants are good. You know, they're most likely green, or scientists, or engineers. Those are the green type people. All right. So those are the 4 types. And what you need to be doing in your sales copy and in your presentations is speak to all 4 colors, which can be challenging. And even I have a challenge with this, and I'm trying to do this better. But definitely when you set up an automated system of selling, you need to speak to all 4 color types. Okay? All right. So let's talk about mindset for a minute. How do you feel when I say the word sales? Some people freak out when they hear the word sales or salesman, or it's a commission only job, or it's based on your sales performance or your numbers. Some people freak out and they say, oh, I don't like sales. I don't want to do sales. And the reason that they feel that way is because they have the wrong mindset about sales. So a mentor of mine gave me a saying, what do they call it? A phrase to repeat, and then I would get more comfortable with sales. And I'm going to give that to you. So here it is. So I want you to say this at least 3 times a day, if not more, maybe even 10 times a day. What I like to do is put it into my calendar system so it pops up as a reminder, and it reminds me to just read it and say it out loud. It's like an affirmation kind of thing. So I'm going to read it for you here. Selling equals service. Sell from honesty, integrity, and compassion. Selling is about leading. Selling is about moving people to action. And that's a great, concise little affirmation or phrase about sales. And, you know, if you don't think of yourself as serving when you're selling, then you're thinking the wrong way. If you say this affirmation several times a day, you're going to start reframing your mind around sales. So it's about leading people to action. If you sell a product or service which is good for people, then you shouldn't feel bad about that. You should feel like you're serving them by giving them that product or allowing them to use that product or teaching them about that product and leading them to make the correct decision about using that product. Make sense? So think about sales like that. It'll help you out. Even in online sales where you're not even face-to-face with the person, you still should think like this in your writing of your copy or preparing your webinars or whatever. So now we're going to start talking about systems, because if you don't have a system in place, then you're just winging it, right? And if you're just winging it, then you may get a sale here, you may get a sale there. Like, you don't really know why you're getting sales, and you don't know how to predict your income. And if you want to predict how much you're going to make next year or next month or next week, then you need to have a system, and it needs to be repeatable, and it needs to be fine-tuned, okay? So that's what I'm going to talk about today, is having a system. And I'm going to show you a platform which will allow you to create a system and put it into place. And this is proven. Like, none of this is theory. It's all proven stuff. All right. So here's a thing called the 3-legged stool strategy. And one of my mentors in the past taught me about this strategy. So what happens when you take one of the legs away on a stool? It falls over, right? Well, think of the stool as your business. And there's 3 essential parts to your business if you want it to be successful that you need to have in your business. Every business needs this. If you don't have all 3 parts, then you're only going to reach a certain level of success and you're going to fall over, right? Like the stool. So let me share with you what those 3 essential parts are. All right. One-to-one. That's the first part. So say you're a photographer like me. All right. And you want to go out and do photos for a living. Well, that's your one-to-one business. If you're a coach, that's the time you spend coaching one-on-one. If you're, I don't know, a yoga instructor, that's the time that you spend with one person teaching them how to do yoga. All right. If you're just a salesman and you sell something like cars, then the time you spend with that one customer, that's your one-on-one time. Whatever it is you do, you have a one-on-one aspect in your business. Now, you may already have other parts of this. The other leg is the one-to-many. So the one-to-many is where you speak to more than one person, or you help more than one person at a time. So if you're a yoga instructor, that's having a class of 20 people. Or maybe you're a car salesman and you hold a class about, how to choose the right car in your dealership showroom. Or maybe you're a photographer like me and you do a photo session for multiple people at one time. Like I do that pretty often. I go to my clients' offices and they have 10 or 20 people in their office and they all get their photo done at one time. So I set up once, but I take care of 20 people at one time. But in that session, I have one-to-one involvement with the people, but it's still a one-to-many situation. All right. Webinars, like this webinar, is a one-to-many situation. I'm speaking to however many people watch this. And over and over. All right. What if it's a widget that you make and you sell it over and over? It really comes into play with digital products, because digital products you create one time and you can sell them forever into eternity. All right. There's many types of digital products. There's ebooks, there's courses, there's, podcasts. Okay. Maybe you don't sell it, but maybe you give it away. These don't have to be sold items. They can be items that you give away as well. All right. So the next strategy that I would like to share with you is the Lego block strategy. And I actually coined this myself. Someone else may use this terminology, but I didn't get it from anyone. I just kind of came up with it one day. And after I analyzed kind of how I did business and the way I did things, I said, it's kind of like Lego blocks. And it's a real simple strategy. You want to think of everything you create for your business like a Lego block. So let's say your email system, and then you have a webinar system, and then you have a content delivery system, and then you have the way you do business with people, like the way you interact with them system. And if you develop all these systems and you think of them as Lego blocks, then one day you may think, well, that thing I did over here can be used over here. And if you make it like generic enough and adaptable, then you can take it and plug it in over somewhere else. And you can plug the yellow one onto the red one, or you can plug the blue one onto the green one. And just in your creation of things for your business, you want to keep in mind the Lego block strategy. Some people, when they create things from, the bottom up, and it's one big monster system, and that's all that can be done with it. It's very, tied in together, and it can't be broken apart. So always try and think in a unit that you can use that thing somewhere else. Like these slides. I've done other webinars in the past, and a lot of these slides are rehashed from previous webinars that I did. I didn't have to recreate a whole new set of slides because I created them in such a way that where they could be reused. All right. So I think that'll help you if you start thinking with a Lego block strategy. All right. The next thing you want to think about, the next strategy you want to think about is the deliverable strategy. So think about things in terms of deliverables, kind of like you see there on the slide. You see a delivery guy carrying some boxes. So think about the things that you deliver as deliverables, whether it's a webinar or a product that's being shipped or a PDF. What you want to do is you want to create deliverables that you can check off your list. So if you create an ebook, then that's a deliverable. If you create a webinar, like I'm doing now, this is going to be recorded, and then I'm going to deliver it over and over and over again. Okay? So think about things in terms of deliverables and Lego blocks, and then you can use and repurpose those things in other legs of your stool. You know, you can give them away as bonuses. You can sell them. You can turn them into audios if they're videos, and vice versa. You can turn an audio into a video just by putting an image on it, and now it's a video. So there's lots of ways that you can create content. Like, for instance, how many times have you bought the Beatles' White Album? You bought it on vinyl. You bought it on 8-track. You bought it on cassette. You bought it on CD. You bought the special edition on DVD. Now you're streaming it on your iPhone, and maybe you got it on Netflix too, right? Like, there's lots of ways that you can repurpose content. So think about all these strategies that I gave you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a couple more here. So let's go down here to the next slide. Think about multiplying yourself, because if you're a solo one-man shop like me, I got to multiply myself. I got to create clone myself, multiple versions of myself. Well, that's impossible. We can't do that right now, as far as we know. But we can do it in a digital way. So think of cloning yourself in a digital form, right? Like, this webinar is going to be recorded and it's going to be on replay. So you can clone yourself as many times as you want. You can do it with videos on YouTube. You can do it with, stories or posts on social media. There's lots of ways you can duplicate yourself in this digital age. So think about that. Think about multiplying yourself. How can you multiply yourself? You could do a podcast and multiply yourself that way. All right. So I'm going to show you a tool, a series of tools that will allow you to do everything I just talked about, to create a three-legged strategy, to implement the Lego block strategy, to create deliverables, to multiply yourself. These are all the right things to do, and I've been searching for a platform to be able to do all these things. Well, in the past, you had to buy all these little individual products. You had to buy your email system and your webinar system and your sales funnel system. Like, you had to buy all these various products, and I was doing that. I was buying all these, but it can get very expensive. And then I ran across this very affordable all-in-one solution, and now I'm in love with it. I'm going all in 2019 on this platform, and I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay. So in the past, you had to buy all these various tools: Aweber, MailChimp, Lead Pages, Infusionsoft, WordPress plugins, Kajabi, Lightspeed, Webinar Jam. And you could end up spending thousands of dollars a month for all these various products. And some of them don't work together, and you got to kind of, maybe hire a programmer to make them all fit and work together. And I'm kind of a techie, so I kind of can handle it, but a lot of people aren't, right? So the system that I'm going to show you does all of this and much, much more. You can develop websites with it, mobile applications, landing pages, sales funnels, webinars, social media, automatic posting, presentations, e-commerce stores, email automations. They're actually adding in a CRM right now that'll be available next year. They are developing a whole bunch of new tools, and they're adding tons and tons of support people to help people, use the platform. It's a great company, and I'm going to tell you all about it here, and I'm actually going to give you a demo, and it's called BuilderAll. The name is called BuilderAll, and just to be totally transparent with you, it's an affiliate program. So if you get signed up using my link, then I'm going to make a little bit of commission off that deal. So I would appreciate that you use my link. And what I'm going to be doing for all my people that sign up with me is I'm going to be teaching you how to use this system. And I'm going to be giving you extra kind of goodies if you sign up with me. So that's the benefit. You can go sign up with anyone, but if you sign up with me, then I'm going to be giving you some extra goodies and helping you really maximize your use of this system. So let me play this little movie that I created for you ahead of time. So let me go over here and launch that movie, and then I'll come back on at the end of this movie, and then I'll talk to you about some more stuff, and then I'll actually give you a link that you can use to get a 7-day free trial of the system. So let me go ahead and play this demo for you right now.
All right, let me give you a little overview of the system. Once you get logged in, you can do lots of different things, and that's the great thing about this platform. It's an all-in-one solution. Everything you need is right here. So this is a preview of a website that I'm working on for my photography business, and let me go into the editor. This is a drag and drop builder. So you can drag things around wherever you want them. You can place things very easily. So here I can just move this photo. I can move this photo. You can see it's all very drag and drop. If you've ever tried to use WordPress before, you know it gets kind of complicated to put things where you want them and make your website look really cool. So this is all drag and drop, very easy to use, and you can add functionality to this website, and I'm going to show you some of that functionality now. So here's actually another builder where you can build a mobile app. So here's a mobile app that I started building. So you too can be on the most expensive real estate in the world. That's people's cell phones. If you can be on the front page of their cell phone, then that's the most expensive real estate you can have. So with this platform, you can also build mobile applications. You can build as many as you want. You can build as many websites as you want. Here's the Mailing Boss. This is what you would hook up to your website or your landing page or whatever button you want to get people into your email system. Now this email system is a very powerful email system. It's not just like sending an email. It's an automated system. So when people click on a certain button, they can be moved to a certain email list. Remember before in the presentation we talked about the 4 colors. So if you ask someone a question like, what size shoes do you wear? Or what color do you like? Or do you prefer A or B? When they answer those questions on your website or in an email, then they can be identified and put into a certain segment of people that you mail. And when you have a thing that's going to appeal to them, then you've already got them categorized. You've already got them tagged as male or female, or they like red or they like yellow, or what color personality are they. So this is all through Mailing Boss. Here's another great tool, which is the Design Studio. And here you can make all kinds of cool graphics like, you know, cell phones and computers and books and packages, and there's all kinds of pre-made templates in here that you can just add your images to or your designs to. Here's a presentation builder, much like say PowerPoint if you want to build a presentation. But the cool thing about these presentations is you can also embed them into your website. So if you wanted to make a presentation on your website, you could do that. And again, you could have those buttons in there that would do things and send people to a mailing list or a video or whatever. Very interactive. Here's the photo studio. In the photo studio, you can do rotating 3D images. So if you sell products, you can make rotating images. You know, you've seen those on e-commerce websites. You can build full e-commerce stores in this platform. Here's the auto poster. This is a really great tool for posting on Facebook. They're coming out with an Instagram autoresponder and poster. This is the Facebook one. I've been using it. Here's the Facebook chatbot. So you've probably already seen some of these things. When you subscribe to someone's page, you can have a chatbot which automatically sends messages and feeds content to your subscribers. So you can do chatbots. Here's another great resource, the e-learning platform. So you've probably purchased a course or taken a free course. Well, in this platform, you can create your own courses, full with testing and results and different translations. So you can design any course you want and deliver it. You can either charge for it or make it free. It's up to you. Here's the script builder. So you've probably heard that when you're marketing, you got to market to an avatar. So say your avatar is someone from 18 to 25, male or female, and you really narrow it down to a person like Bob, and Bob is 33, and he likes this and this and this. Well, you can create your avatars in here, and the system will help you generate a script that you can use for your webinars and your websites and give you all the languaging that you need. Here's another cool tool. It's the roulette wheel. So maybe you've gone to a trade show or something like that where they had a roulette wheel where you spin the wheel to win a prize. Well, you can create one of these wheels for people to spin either on your website or in an email. It's a fun little thing where they can win something, right? Here's a webinar platform. You can create your own webinars, and this is one of the tools that is one of the most popular tools in use today for selling stuff online. So you need to start using webinars, and webinars are built right into the platform. Here's another cool tool. You can put this on your website or on a landing page, and you've probably seen this before where if they like something, they get some extra content, like a PDF or a video or something like that. It's a way to create viral adoption of your thing, whatever it is, on your website. So if you're having a hard time getting people to like or share your website or your content, well, this is a way to do it. There's tons and tons of tutorials in the system. There's new ones being added every day. So you go into the training area, and there's tons and tons of really well-made tutorials and videos. Here's one of the main features of the system. It's the sales funnels. And if you're selling anything online, you need to be using a sales funnel. And here's a bunch of pre-made sales funnels. These are all the popular sales funnels that are in use today, but you can actually build your own as well. So if you've got an idea for a funnel, then you can build your own funnel. So let's just go in and take a look at one of these. This is the membership funnel. So if you want to create a membership-only website where you teach things or you sell a course, you can easily create a membership system with this platform. You create the login, you create the user area, you can have different levels of user areas, so you can have like a A, B, and C package, and depending on which one they buy, they get logged into that area, and they get either less content or more content. So easily create all these different things with this one platform. So let's go in here and look at this funnel. I'm going to select it. Okay, so now the funnel page is loading up. So this is a video which would describe the funnel. I'm not going to play that now, but this is the blueprint. So you're going to have a Facebook ad, or a Google ad, or a YouTube ad, or whatever, or maybe a link on your website, and that's going to take them to a video sales page. And then that video sales page will make an offer. So you have the offer wall page. And then after they buy on that offer wall, then they're going to be into the membership area page. And then they would set up their username and their password, and then bang, they're logged into the membership area. So if you want to deliver any kind of training or tutorial, this is the system that you need to do it. And it's super easy, just like I showed you. It's all drag and drop. There's tutorials for everything. So it's really just a matter of what can you imagine to do? Well, you can do it with this platform.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me launch my slide deck again here. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out to me either in the question box here, or at the end I'll give you my cell number and a way to contact me. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. I'm learning about this system every single day, and I'm placing it into practice in my business so I can give you hands-on help with that. So let's advance to the next slide here. So I learned this from Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is one of my mentors. I've actually seen him live a couple times, and he actually spit on me one time. I was sitting like front row at this conference, and he was at the conference. It wasn't his conference, but it was a conference he was speaking at. And it was his 4-hour block of time to work with us. And he was telling the story about the Menendez brothers, right? And I don't remember his exact point, but he was motioning the act of shooting someone with a gun, like a shotgun. And I was like the guy right there that he was motioning towards. And, you know, he's a big guy and he's very energetic, and a little bit of spit came out of his mouth. So he spit on me, but he was pretty, pretty dramatic when he was doing that. But he shot me and he spit on me at the same time. So that was pretty cool. That was my 2 seconds of fame with Tony Robbins. But anyway, one of the things he says is that he's interviewed tons and tons of successful people in his career. And one of the things that he learned by interviewing all these successful people is that the most successful people take action immediately. When they hear something, when they learn something, when they learn a new system, then if they put it into action immediately, then they're much more successful. Because if you just write it down and you put it on your desk, it gets covered up, it gets lost, whatever, you never implement it. That's kind of your habit, right? I personally have made a habit of implementing things as quick as possible when I can, as often as I can, because that makes you more successful over the long run. All right. It's a day-by-day habit that you have to get into. So take action. I encourage you to take action today on this. All right. And I've got a special offer for you. All right. This is a great product, and it's $49.90 a month for the bells and all the bells and whistles. Everything I told you about and much, much more. They're adding new stuff daily. Like I said, I was just on a conference call with the founder and some of the other leaders, and they're doing some awesome stuff that's going to be coming out in 2019. They're just a really passionate company about creating tools that entrepreneurs need to be successful in their business. And I really love their spirit, and they've got a 10x mindset. And I'm going to offer to be your workout partner. So I'm not even going to charge you for this. The $49.90 that you see there a month is for the platform. Like I'm not. All right, we're back. The system crashed on me, so I'm not sure if you're still connected or if it's still recording, but I'm going to pretend it is. Okay. If it didn't, then oh well, I'll do it again next week. So this is the slide I was just on, talking about the being your workout partner. You get all of the things I just showed you, plus you get me, and that's for $49.90 a month, basically $50 a month. I've got a private Facebook group that you'll be part of, and I'll be your coach and your accountability partner. Now, this is the special link, all right? So let me go ahead and bring up the page for this for you. So over on the right-hand side or down below, you should see a link where it says Get Started Today. All right. You can click on that and you can go to the special offer, which is 7 days free. Completely free, no credit card required, just your email. And you can try out the system for 7 days for free. And if you want to type it in, you can just type it in as you see right here, 7daysfree.waynewallace.io. All right. That's the special offer that I have for you. And then I'll also add you to my Facebook group. Just contact me and let me know that you want to be added to the Facebook group, and I'll add you to that. And that's where I'll be doing like more help, support, training type stuff, giving you suggestions on how you may want to use the system for your business. We can do some lives. We can do all kinds of stuff in that group. All right. So go ahead and click on that. And then if you ever want to contact me about anything, whether it's BuilderAll related or not, doesn't matter. You can text me or call me. My cell phone number is 702-238-9413. And I'll leave that up there for a minute so you can take a picture of it with your phone or write it down. But yeah, I'd love to work with you and be your coach and your mentor on using this system and helping you grow your business. Certainly, if you need photos, I can do that for you. But I want to start offering my clients much, much more value in the way of digital marketing services. And I actually created a new brand called Ace Digital Productions. So if you look on my Facebook profile or you just go to the website acedigitalproductions.com, I'll be kind of working on that website and start putting out a menu of services that I offer there and trainings and stuff like that. All right. So feel free to contact me. I appreciate you taking the time to spend with me today on this webinar or the replay. And let me know if you have any questions. And I'd be happy to answer them for you. And like I said, this is an affiliate program. So I'd very much appreciate if you use my link. There's lots of other people out there that have links, but I want to create a special relationship between me and you. I don't want you to just buy it and leave. I want to be there and support you and help you grow your business using this platform, because I think this platform has got a lot of potential. There's a lot of other little platforms out there that do their own thing specifically, but this platform is attempting to do everything you need, which is a huge undertaking. I met the founder. I was actually in Memphis last week meeting the founder and a bunch of the other people that have been involved for several years now. And the system is growing every day, getting better every day, more people coming on. They're actually increasing the support for the system because they know that one of the critical things they need to make this, platform be the best it can be is help people, use it, because it is a lot. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, and you just have to take one little chunk at a time and learn how to use it and implement it. Remember, like I said before, you have to implement things as you learn them. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going through little pieces and learning it and implementing it into my business. Okay. So that's what I recommend for you. So let me know if you have any questions. And until next week, join me here.